So hello everyone. Today's topic is Jumbles part 2. So yesterday, I'll just a minute. So yesterday, I hope that I'm audible. I hope कि I'm audible. मेरी आवाज आ रही है. I hope that I'm audible. So I hope that I'm audible. Okay, so we'll start with today's lesson, that is Jumbles part 2. I'll share the screen with you. Yes, so today directly we'll go to the questions. Before going to the questions, I'll quickly remind what we are supposed to do over here. In Jumbles, the first thing that we are going to do is identify the first statement. Identify the first statement. How to identify it, I have explained it in the previous lecture. The second step is how to identify the last statement. And the next thing is how to make pairs. So I hope that everybody is aware of these three things that we are going to do, or whatever in the previous lecture I have told you about how to identify the first statement, the last statement, and how to make pairs for the remaining statements. So no need to go into that again. So we'll begin with the first question. And here it is. Now the question says that the sentences given below have been taken from a paragraph. These, when arranged in the proper order, will form that meaningful paragraph. You must rearrange this carefully before answering the questions that follow. Now go through this 5 statements, read it carefully. You have like 3 to 4 minutes to solve this. And after that, I'll be discussing it with you and I'll be telling you the correct answers. Yes. So now we'll look at the correct rearrangement. Now, the first statement, the 3-day cultural festival will showcase the folk dance, music, and handicrafts of the region. It is saying 3-day cultural festival. Which festival? We do not know. So statement A cannot be your first statement. Eliminate this. Statement B, if you have never been to Alwar, the festival, again the festival, we do not know which festival we are talking about. Statement B also will get eliminated. It will not be your first statement. Okay, so if you have never been to Alwar, the festival is the best opportunity to experience the city's timeless history, culture, and architecture. The festival begins with a procession. The festival begins with a procession. Now again, the festival. Which festival? No idea. Statement C also gets eliminated. Alwar, Rajasthan will be all abuzz with activities as the city will be hosting Alwar festival. Now this is where Alwar festival is getting introduced. This can be your first statement. We'll just put a question mark over here. Now this is done to highlight the rich cultural history of the city. In the previous lecture, I told you this, that, these, those cannot be your first statement. Eliminate this. So what remains with us is D. So first statement will be D. Next statement we'll find out. So Alwar festival, a festival organized by the district administration. The next statement in this over here will be statement B. If you have never been to Alwar, the festival is the best opportunity to experience the city's timeless history, culture, and architecture. Now Alwar has been introduced over here. Then we are seeing the next statement. The author says that if you have never been to Alwar, the festival is the best opportunity. So he's explaining or elaborating the city as well as the festival in statement B. So that will be your second statement. So it is D, B. After that, again, a little more elaboration of the festival, which is given in statement A. The 3-day cultural festival. What the festival will be doing has been told in statement A. What is it doing? It will be showcasing the folk dance, music, and handicrafts of the region. So DBA. So he has briefly told us what will happen in the festival. Dance hoga, music hoga, handicrafts honge us region ke. अब वो थोड़ा detail में जा रहा है. Now the next statement is statement C, wherein he has given in detail that the festival begins with a procession which goes through popular tourist places in Alwar. C. And why this is done, why it goes through the popular tourist places in Alwar, it is because to highlight the rich cultural history of the city. So your answer will be D, B, A, C, E. So the correct order would be D for Delhi, B for Bombay, A for Ahmedabad, C for Chennai, and E for England. D, B, A, C, E. Now let's see the questions. The order is D, B, A, C, E. The question is, which of the given sentences would come first after rearrangement? So the answer is D would be first. So option A will be your correct answer. Next question. Which statement would come in the middle of the arrangement? The middle of the arrangement means, what was the order? D, B, A, C, E. So first two, last two, we have A in the middle. So correct answer would be option C in this question. Next statement or next question, sorry. Which of the given sentences would come last after rearrangement? Now, what was the order? D, B, A, C, E. So answer E. So that is option B in this question. Let's move on to the next question. Choose the sentence that should come second after rearrangement. So D, B, A, C, E. What is the answer? B. B for Bombay, Option number 5, that is E. Choose the penultimate sentence from the ones given below. What is penultimate? Penultimate means second last. Just before the last sentence. So in this is a 5 statement, so 4th sentence in this case. D, B, A, C, E. So C will be your last statement. So option C in this question will be your correct answer. I hope you must have got this question right. Okay, try this again. If you have done any mistake, go through the sentences again. I'll show you the slide of the question. You can take screenshot or you can just capture it. So if anyone has faltered over here, or if anybody has missed it, you can just take or note down this. You can take screenshot of whatever you want and solve it again, so that you'll have, or you'll get closer to having command on parajumbles. Okay, so let's move to the next question now. The next parajumble is here. So again, you'll be having 3-4 minutes. Go through the questions, go through the statements and try to solve this. One more thing I would like to tell you is that this is a 5-statement parajumble. The 5th statement starts from here, E. Okay. Okay. So I hope that you have solved this. This seems to be an easier one. I'll read the statements. The president's speech will begin at 7 p.m. Okay, so this can be your first statement because we cannot eliminate this. So let's put a question mark over here. This can be your first statement. The speech will first be telecast in Hindi, followed by the English version. Earlier in the day, the speech will first be telecast. So this can't be your first statement. Earlier in the day, President Murmu and Prime Minister Modi welcomed Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi at the Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi. The Egyptian president's first visit to India comes in the wake of Republic Day celebrations. Okay. He'll be the chief guest at the 74th Republic Day parade. Now, this can't be your first statement. It comes with a pronoun. And last one is he will depart again, he. Now, see, both the he's, the he in statement D as well as the he in statement E, refers to the Egyptian president. Okay. Now, the Egyptian president's first visit to India comes in the wake of Republic. Now, one thing that we have understood over here is that C, D, and E will come in pairs. It is Egyptian president's first visit. Okay. He will be the chief guest. He means who? Egyptian president. Okay. He'll be the chief guest. And after attending the parade, he will go back to Egypt after 5 days. So C, D, and E will fall in line. Okay. So we have made a pair of 3. That is C, D, E. Now let's see the other one. In statement B and A, statement A will be your first statement. Because the president's speech will begin at 7 p.m. And then we say that the speech will first be telecast in Hindi, followed by the English version. Is that clear? This was an easier one. So the correct order would be as it is, A, B, C, D, E. I hope you have got it right. Okay, I'll explain it again. See, the president's speech will begin. Now, this is more like what we can say, an action sequence. Okay, and this type of structuring is called as action sequence. Like the president's speech will begin at 7, then it will be telecast in Hindi, then it will be telecast in English. And then we are saying that earlier in the day, President and Prime Minister welcomed Egyptian President. Now, here it is where President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi has been introduced in statement B. So statement B will be coming before statement C. Okay, another way of looking at it. And then we have already made the C, D, and E wala pair. Okay, so the correct order would be this A, B, C, D, E. I hope you must have got it right. Those who haven't, please go through the statements again. This is a pretty easy one. We'll look at the questions. Which of the following sentence will come first after the rearrangement? Very simple. Now the order is as it is, A, B, C, D, E. So the first sentence after rearrangement would be A. Which of the following sentence will come second after the rearrangement? It is B, so option B. Then which of the following sentence will come third after the rearrangement? So it is option C. Which of the following sentence will come fourth? That is option D. And which of the following sentence will come fifth after the rearrangement? That is option E. So this is as it is. This is a simpler one. This is relatively easier one. I hope that you must have got it right. Those who haven't, please go through it again. Shall we move ahead? आगे बढ़े? Okay. Now again, a 5-statement sentence, parajumble. Now go through the statements thoroughly. And try to solve it. You have 3 to 4 minutes to solve this 5-statement parajumble. Okay. So I'll go through the statements first. It also plays a role in your nervous system. It can't be your first statement. Eliminate this. This can't be your first statement. It also plays a role in your nervous system, musculoskeletal system, and immune system. So it is talking about something which is playing a role in all these systems. Who would have thought that people in India, a tropical country, would have a vitamin D deficiency? Now, this is a question posed. This can be your first statement. Let's put a question mark. But in a shocking revelation, according to recent study results, nearly 76% of the Indian population suffers from vitamin D deficiency. Now, we have a statement which has but in it, cannot be your first statement. But क्या है? Contrast conjunction है. So contrast conjunction. I've already discussed this in the previous lectures. It's a contrast conjunction. It will be joining some other statement. The data was collected from tests of more than 2.2 lakh people, which were conducted across 27 cities in India. Okay, fine. The data was collected from tests. Okay. For starters, vitamin D is an essential vitamin that your body uses for normal bone development and maintenance. So vitamin D has been introduced, according to me, in this statement. Okay. So vitamin D has been introduced in B statement. Then we can say that we have, it has been introduced or it has been talked about in statement C. Then it has been talked about in statement E also. So, and a question has been posed. Who would have thought that people in India would have a vitamin D deficiency? So statement B will be your first statement. Okay. Now, after saying this, we can say that they are telling us what vitamin D is. So for starters, vitamin D is an essential vitamin that your body uses for normal bone development and maintenance. So we can say that after B, we can place E over here. So B ke baad aayega E. Now it also plays this it. It matlab kya? The vitamin D. So for a starter, it plays a vital role in normal bone development and maintenance. और उसके बाद it is saying कि वो तो होने के बाद मतलब bone development और maintenance के बाद it also plays a role in nervous system as well as musculoskeletal as well as immune system. So we can say that E will be followed by A, B, E, A, and then we can say, now see, 76% of the Indian population suffers from vitamin D. And this data was collected from tests of more than 2.2 lakh people. So C statement will come first. But in a shocking revelation, according to recent study results, nearly 76% of the Indian population suffers from vitamin D deficiency. Now, how can we say that 76% of Indians are suffering from vitamin D deficiency? Because the next statement, the data was collected from tests of more than 2.2 lakh people, which were conducted across 27 cities. So the correct order would be B, E, A, C, D. Okay. And now see, statement C has but in it. Now, but is a contrast conjunction. In a shocking revelation, 76% of Indian population suffers from vitamin D. So this is a negative tone statement. This is a negative. This statement has a negative tone. So it has to join a positive tone. What is it joining? It is joining statement A. Statement A क्या कहता है? It also plays a role in your nervous system, musculoskeletal system, and immune system. So the tone of this sentence is positive. So statement C, which is negative, is joining statement A. So the criteria of contrast conjunctions or the role that a contrast conjunction plays has been satisfied over here. So the correct order would be B, E, A, C, D. I hope you must have got it right. Okay. 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 Chalo. Then we'll solve the questions. Once you have got this, it is pretty easy to solve the questions. Which of the given options would provide the best sequence of the given sentences? Now, what is the B, E, A, C, D? This is what the answer is, or this is what we have got it, B, E, A, C, D. So correct option would be option D, B, E, A, C, D. Which of the given option will come second in the sequence? So it is B, E, A, C, D. You know, it is B, E, A, C, D. So second will be E. So option B in this case. The third one. Which of the given option provides the correct pair of consecutive sentences? Now let's see. B, E, A, C, D. So BD cannot be consecutive. Consecutive means जो साथ साथ में आ रहे. So they are asking you nothing but the pairs over here. So BD cannot be a pair. AC, yes, one of them is AC. AD, no. So ये हट गया. ED, नहीं. BA, ये भी नहीं. So correct option would be option B. That is AC. Moving ahead. Choose the sentence that best concludes the given sequence. So the correct order is B, E, A, C, D. So concluding wala D hai, so it is option E. I hope everybody is with me and everybody is understanding and getting the correct answers. Which of the given options comes third in the sequence? Third in the sequence. Kya hoga third in the sequence? It will be option, it will be statement A, that is option D over here. Okay, then. Chalo. Let's move ahead. And here it is. Now, this is a 6-statement wala parajumble. You have A, B, C, D, E, and F. I'll first read all the statements and then you solve it. For a handful of jobs, any government department announces lakhs, if not millions, of applications are received, which clearly shows the lack of job opportunities for the youngsters. The rush for government jobs is directly proportional to the severity of the unemployment crisis, and the severity has increased badly in the last 8 years. Since the unemployment problem is real, the solution ought to be real, and this can happen only if economic growth is accelerated. It is where the shoe pinches. These figures have not been compiled by some think tank or private body, which the government functionaries or Bharatiya Janata Party leaders can dispute. The government itself released these numbers in the Lok Sabha on Wednesday. The intensity of the agitation against the Agniveer scheme was also due to this reason. As many as 22.05 crore applications were received from 2014-15 to 21-22 for central government jobs, but just 7.22 lakh people got them, which is 1 out of around 300 aspirants becoming successful. So here are the 6 statements, and you have 5 minutes to solve this. Okay, so let's solve this. So for a handful of jobs, any government department announces, if not lakhs, if not millions of applications are received, which clearly shows lack of job opportunities for the youngsters. So this cannot be your first statement. For a handful of jobs, any government. Okay. The rush for government jobs is directly proportional to the severity of the unemployment crisis, and the severity has increased badly in the last year, 8 years. This can be your first. Since the unemployment problem is real, now again, since so conjunctions start or can't be your first statement, eliminate this. These figures, which figures can't be your first? The intensity of the agitation against the Agniveer scheme was also due to this reason, which reason? No idea. Eliminate this. As many as 22.05 crore applications were received from 2014 to 2022 for central government jobs, but just 7.22 lakh people got them. Again, can't be your first statement. So we have left with only one option, that is option B. The first statement will be option B. उसके बाद आएगा, अब क्या कह रहा है कि rush for government jobs is directly proportional to the severity of the unemployment crisis, and the severity has increased badly in the last 8 years. Now see over here, we have got a hint over here. Last 8 years. Which 8 years? Now that they have shown us in 2014 to 2022. So B will be followed by F. And they have also measured, or they have also explained us the severity. Now over here it is talking about government jobs is directly proportional to the severity of the unemployment crisis. अब कैसी severity है कि as many as 22.05 crore applications आए हैं और उसमें से बस 7.5 लाख या 7.25 लाख लोगों को jobs मिली है government, central government jobs. So these two clues tell us that B will be followed by F. Okay. Now let's move ahead. Now these figures, see over here, option D, statement D. These figures, which figures? The figures that have been mentioned over here, 22.5 crores and 7.22 lakh. So these two figures have not been compiled by some think tank, and the BJP leaders cannot dispute, and all the things that have been written over here. So B के बाद F, F के बाद D, D for Delhi. So B, F, D. उसके बाद आएगा आपका A. For a handful of jobs, any government department announces clearly shows lack of job opportunities for the youngsters. So this is A will be your fourth statement. Now the intensity of agitation against the Agniveer scheme was also due to this reason. Which reason? Because for a handful of jobs, any government department lakhs nahi, the millions of applications are received. So option E, or sorry, statement E will be your fifth statement. The correct sequence will be B, F, D, A, E, and the last will be, since the unemployment problem is real, the solution. Now you see here, the solution ought to be real, and this can happen only if economic growth is accelerated. It is where the shoe pinches. Now you can see that this statement is giving us a suggestion, isn't it? It is giving us a suggestion, and I've already told you in the previous lecture or previous lesson that suggestive statements will be your last statements, isn't it? So your last statement will be C for Chennai. E, F, D, A, E, C. Is that clear? See, statement C जो है वो आपको दे रहा है suggestion. यहाँ पे solution की बात हो रही है, and it is also saying कि it will happen only if economic growth is accelerated. So C will be your last statement, and the rest we have already solved it. Is that clear? I hope you have got this. This was a bit tricky, but this is where the actual game starts. Okay?
So actually माझे लास्टचे 3 points incorrect आले, म्हणजे ते चुकले. बाकी स्कोर
Okay.
A पर्यंत करेक्ट, म्हणजे D पर्यंत करेक्ट होतं. AEC मध्ये थोडंसं उलट पालट झालं.
बराबर ठीक है. Okay,
So
okay. Okay, no issues. Okay, take a screenshot of this and then you can go again, solve it again. Now we'll solve the questions related to this. Which of the following is the first? What was our sequence? The sequence was like this: B, F, D, A, E, C. BFD, AEC. So correct. What is the question? Which of the following is the first? First वाला कौन सा है? B for Bombay. So option will be C, Chennai. Next question. Which one of the following is the second sentence after rearrangement? So second statement was that अपना sequence B, F, D, A, E, C. The second statement is F. Option would be over here E. Next one. Which one of the following is the third? Now क्या था? B, F, D, A, E, C. Third one is D. Option D. Which one of the following is the fourth? Simple. B, F, D, A, E, C. B, F, D, A, E, C. So what are they asking? What is the fourth one? 1, 2, 3, 4. A. So option B. See, I'm writing this B, F, D, E, A, E, C. All this sequence, I'm writing it on each and every slide. You do not have to do it. You just write it somewhere once, and then you can save time. Next question. Which of the following is the ultimate? Now, what is ultimate? See, in the last parajumble, we got penultimate. Penultimate means second last. Ultimate means last. Okay, na? You can go back to the previous slides if you have captured those, and you can see that one question was related to the penultimate statement. So penultimate means second last, and ultimate means last. So what is the last statement? It is C. So option A. Let's move ahead. Next parasymbol. I'll read the statements for you. Now, this is again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 statement. Read it carefully. I'll read it once for you. Then you will have 3 to 4 minutes to solve this. That was some consolation amid the havoc created by COVID-19. This standout statement B. This standard performance, all previous economic contractions in India were accompanied, if not caused, by droughts, came largely on the back of a good monsoon. Statement C. True, the pandemic has spread to rural India, unlike last year. But there is respite even here, with the number of cases declining. Statement D. With the India Meteorological Department forecasting a third consecutive well monsoon this year, it is natural to expect agriculture to deliver the goods yet again. Statement E. The farm sector grew by 3.6% even as GDP fell by 7.3% in 2020-21. And statement F. The second wave should hopefully subside by mid-June, when plantings for the Kharif season would also take off. You have 3 to 4 minutes to solve this. Okay, so we'll solve it now. Now that was some consolation amid the havoc created by COVID-19. That was some consolation. That we see that over here can't be your first statement. Eliminate this. This standout performance, again, see this can't be your first statement. Eliminate this. True, the pandemic has spread to rural India, unlike last year, but there is a respite even here with the number of cases declining. Okay. Now this can be your first statement. Question mark हम डाल देते हैं यहाँ पर. With the IMD forecasting, IMD is India Meteorological Department, forecasting a third consecutive well monsoon this year, it is natural to expect agriculture to deliver the goods yet again. Yet again, मतलब फिर से they will deliver. मतलब something has to be mentioned earlier. So this can't be your first statement. Eliminate this. Now the farm sector grew by 3.6% even as GDP fell by 7.3% in 2021. Now this can be your first statement. Put a question mark. The second wave should hopefully subside by mid-June when plantings for the Kharif season would also take off. Now the second wave should hopefully subside. मतलब second wave से पहले first wave तो आना चाहिए. So this can't be your first statement. Eliminate this. Now what are we left with? We are left with, so we have eliminated F, we have eliminated D, we have eliminated A and D. So we are left with C and E. Now let's look at both the statements. Which one will come first? We'll see. True, the pandemic has spread to rural India, unlike last year, but there is a respite even here with the number of cases declining. Okay. And the farm sector grew by 3.6%, even as GDP fell by 7.3% in 2020-2021. Okay. Now, true, the pandemic has spread to rural India. Matlab, it has to be spread to the urban India also. So this is a clue which tells us that C can't be your first. So E will be your first statement. Statement E will be your first statement. The farm sector grew by 3.6%. even as GDP fell by 7.3% in 2020-2021. अब E के बाद क्या आएगा? This standout performance. Now see this one. Statement B. This standout performance. कौन सा standout performance? Which has been given in statement E. कि फार्म सेक्टर 3.6% से बढ़ा जबकि जीडीपी 7.3% से घटी. So this standout performance, all previous economic contractions in India accompanied if not caused by droughts came largely on the back of a good monsoon. अच्छे monsoon की वजह से ये हुआ. तो statement B will be your second statement. Now that was some consolation. Now A, देखो B और A का pair बन रहा है. This was a standout performance. This standout performance जो भी था because of good monsoon, that was some consolation. किसके लिए consolation को? Consolation for the havoc created by COVID-19. मतलब COVID-19 में जो भी दिक्कतें आ गई उसके लिए consolation. Consolation मतलब एक प्राइस की तरह होता है कि इतना सब कुछ हो गया उसके बाद कुछ तो अच्छा हो गया. तो क्या अच्छा हो गया? The standout performance. So it was consolation to the havoc created by COVID-19. So A will be your third statement, EPA. Now, अब देखो statement D. यहाँ पर yet again पे हमने underline किया था, yet again. Now we are expecting the agriculture to deliver the goods yet again. Now this is where your statement D will come, because पहले यहाँ पर mention किया गया है कि in statement E that it has already produced or it has already performed nicely in 2020-21, and we are expecting the same thing in statement D, or the IMD is projecting something of the similar nature. So EBAD, उसके बाद आएगा, yes, true, the pandemic has spread to rural India, unlike last year, but there is a respite even here with the number of cases declining. So option C will be your fifth one. और बचता क्या है? बचता सिर्फ F ही है. The second wave should hopefully subside by mid-June. Again, C should hopefully subside when plantings for the Kharif season would also take off. This is more suggestive in nature, or this is more hoping. The author is hoping in statement F. He's giving us a hope, or he himself has a hope that the second wave should hopefully subside by June when the plantings and blah blah blah. So Again, we can see that its statement F is a bit suggestive in nature. Your last statement will be F. EBADCF will be your correct sequence. I hope you've got this. Okay. Now let's solve the questions. EBADCF. EBADCF. So which is the hindmost statement after rearrangement? Hindmost means the last one. So it is F, option E. Which of the following statement immediately ends with the second statement after rearrangement? Ensu का मीनिंग क्या होता है? Ensu मतलब आफ्टर, मतलब सेकंड, मतलब देखो अपना क्या है, EBADCF, व्हाट फॉलोज. एंसू मतलब फॉलो, यहाँ पर एंसू का मतलब होगा व्हाट फॉलोज द सेकंड स्टेटमेंट. सेकंड स्टेटमेंट कौन सा है? बी. तो एंसू क्या कर रहा है इसको, मतलब व्हाट इज फॉलोइंग बी, तो ए इज फॉलोइंग बी. सो ऑप्शन वुड बी ए फॉर एप्पल. Next one, which of the following statement is grammatically incorrect? Achha, grammatically incorrect. Now we need to see the statements again. Yes, grammatically incorrect. Achha. So grammatically incorrect statement over here is statement D. With the IMD department IMD forecasting a third consecutive well monsoon. Now, well monsoon. Now, this is not the correct way to write. What we should write, third consecutive good monsoon. Good monsoon. So this is where the mistake has happened. Instead of well, it should be having good monsoon this year. Third consecutive good monsoon, or third consecutive good monsoon will be correct over here. Okay. So option statement D is grammatically incorrect. Let's go back to the question. Yes, option D. Statement D is incorrect. Option D is the correct answer over here. I hope you have got it. The next one. Which of the following immediately precedes the third statement? Precede मतलब पहले कौन सा आता है third से? तो sequence क्या था? EBADCF. Now, which is the third statement? Third statement is A. What is preceding A? So B is preceding A. The correct answer would be B for Bombay. That is option E. Okay. And the last question. Which of the following is the penultimate statement? See again, penultimate आ गया. Penultimate मतलब क्या, मैंने पहले भी बताया है, फिर से बताता हूँ. Penultimate means second last. तो penultimate क्या है? EBADCF. So F is your last one. Penultimate will be your statement C. That is option C. Correct answer would be option C. Okay. See, penultimate means second to the last, second last. Okay. So that is it for the day. Thank you so much.